I am Amberian. Good afternoon. I would like to share with you my presentation that I have compiled January 2017 of this year. I created the presentation. It's in slide form. I made this presentation because I feel at that time I had an awakening. And I felt compelled when I woke up one morning in January. And I said, I have to get out of bed and I have to write down my thoughts. And thus created this presentation. I said to myself, maybe I should wait. Maybe I'm being a little bit too hasty. But I realized at this time that I should release it. And the reason why I am releasing this presentation is because now I've been seeing over YouTube primarily that the new paradigm shift that the African American / Black / now called Native American, I feel that our identity as a group is all out of haywire. And when I heard that some blacks over YouTube are now saying that we were never slaves, and I know that at least in my family, coming from the Caribbean, that slavery did exist, I feel that there is a major shift, and it's a shift in paradigm that I feel is to actually crumble us and not for building up. I feel that my presentation that I created is designed for that self-building up of me. It is a new awareness, an awareness that supersedes about my past, or I should say my cultural past and heritage, and that heritage could begin at any moment in time. So rather than me focusing on a reality from the past, I am to live a new reality and create my new path starting now. It will be very controversial to some. It is going to serve like a template about what my core beliefs and behaviors would be based on. In anything that you do in life, you have to have some type of foundation, and that's what religion was for. And so why have someone else's religion that didn't serve you? So I create my own doctrines that I am to live by, and with the doctrine that if it needs to be restructured, then you have the power to do that. When times change, you need to change with it, but change that will be of benefit to you and not a hindrance. So, I hope you watch and enjoy my presentation. I am an Amberian. I took on an identity formulated by society that I did not fit who I really was. An identity of fear, confusion, inferiority, covetousness, sense of lack, defeat, powerlessness, and blaming others for my failures. Especially during the past 4 years, these four-noted feelings were heightened, and I felt a need to save the black race that I was taught that I belong to, even though I am of both black and white heritage that I was always aware of with anxiety and confusion. Postgraduate work I did, volunteer work in the community with a great sense of urgency that consumed me to failure. I even reached out to black organizations to help in the liberation of my race, but my inquiry was ignored to my surprise. Even my efforts to give food and money to the down and out of the street seemed to not make a dent in my neighborhood. To add fuel to the fire, the 2016 election process spawned physical violence and intimidation against black and white communities, which were fruitless and self-destructive. You even have black institutions that have been compromised by outsiders whom were self-serving and stealth of intent and did not serve black interests for our advancement and security. Consequently, blacks were held back. Moreover, this setback for blacks includes the former President Obama administration and the black church, whom I feel abandoned the community, and that this is by design to hold blacks back from real social and economic advancement. I feel that the former President Obama administration lulled blacks into the illusion of entitlement and thus not strive for personal excellence, community building, education, and accountability. So for me to continue to identify with a label and social group called Black, African American no longer vibrationally fits me nor serves my reality. I no longer embrace the hypocrisy and self-sabotage that the community is doing upon itself and me. Therefore, I reject and no longer consider myself a member of the Black/African American community, nor do I consider myself Black or African American. I am an Amberian. Like the amber stone, it has a beautiful golden reddish-brown color. It is formed by nature. It is created by trees' resin absorbing the environment around them, and then it goes through an aging process that results in its personal beauty and transformation. My new Amberian identity was birthed Tuesday, January 24th, 2017 at dawn. It is an identity of lifestyle and not merely one race/color identity. It also is not one of elitism, but personal best. In my excitement, I felt moved to make myself 2 necklaces which visually represents this new Amberian identity, which translates into self-love. The first necklace I call my Release and Harmony necklace. The gray stones, which is labradorite, this represents the depolarization between blacks and whites. The large ceramic color stones represents the following. The yellow represents the sun, which warms and sustains the earth. The blue represents the sky and water. Green represents the plants. Brown represents the soil and earth. Off-white represents the moon and its beauty in the night sky. My Amberian necklace of the elements, this is the second necklace, for personal empowerment to live a wholesome life of action and boldness. The amber stones and its color represents creativity and action. The clear crystal stone represents the wind. The blue lapis lazuli represents water. The brown tiger eye represents the earth. The red coral represents fire. These are the doctrines of what an Amberian is. I seek spirituality and connectedness to the Creator rather than to religion. Whatever tradition or lifestyle I follow, it should serve me and my community and not keep me in bondage. Walk in forgiveness and learn from your mistakes. Follow the natural rhythms of nature and spend time outdoors. Respect my body, be health conscious, and avoid vaccine shots. Good personal hygiene and clean dwelling place. promote inner and outer personal balance, and get proper rest and exercise. Promoter of life and not destruction. Live in harmony with society and nature and be kind to both humans and animals. Live in sexual abstinence if not married, and the natural union between one natural man and woman under marriage. Use wisdom in selecting a life partner and family planning. Accepting personal responsibility and not blame others for my shortcomings, nor blame history for my problematic social conditions. Instead, I work towards improving my personal condition and livelihood. I love to read and learn how to do things that enhance my creativity and self-sufficiency and avoid negative and violent media. Learn to defend myself and family. I do not use limiting, self-deprecating words like minority to describe myself. I challenge my fears to promote personal freedom. Be organized to serve my goals. Wise and frugal with my wealth. Shun illicit drug use and substance abuse, but can participate in shamanic plant medicine ceremonies. Eating a lifestyle that promotes my health status, in short, means moderation. Live debt-free and avoid taking college loans. Learn skills such as farming, agriculture, medicinal herbs, arts and crafts, sewing, soap making, construction. Shun organizations that require me to hold secret oaths and initiations that can harm me or others. Establish personal boundaries. Learn how to garden to produce my own food. Prepare and eat at least 80% of my meals at home. Have flexibility, self-adjustment as my life cycle changes. Go with my natural hair texture rather than to fight against it. And if I wear makeup, use products that bring out its natural beauty and not disguise it. Shun foul language and those who use such. Shun cattiness and gossip and those who practice such. Integrity and honesty precedes me in my dealings with others. Money is a tool and not my God. I seek out to discover my true spiritual identity, reality, and life path. If I feel at any of the above, to remember that I am imperfect and not to condemn myself, but I am to gently restore myself back on the right path. If you believe in what I have shared, you too can embrace the race and lifestyle of a true Amberian. Share the word and the movement of liberation, the Amberian. I